I got to pull her up, and that was everything, and I just bawled. I was crying and laughing at the same time because it was such a happy moment. And then it comes to babe get to cut the cord. And babe cut the cord and something happened.
Here is your baby, your big baby. Big one.
She's up? Yes, she's.
Hello, mommy.
Oh, cry, mama, cry.
Oh, yes?
She has time. She has 1 minute.
Hello. Come on, catch. Your baby, yes.
Oh my god.
Great.
Hi, Fizz. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Look
Hi,
who we
guys.
have here. Look who we
We have
have
a
here.
special guest.
Tyler.
So we have a special guest.
She's milk junk. I just feed her. And I know you guys want to see her, so let me show you guys. Ah, the milk junk. Look at the milk junk. Look at the little junkie. Alright, enough of her right now. Anyway, you guys, we're coming on by the title. Of course, you guys know what this is, to give you guys our birth and delivery story, which a lot of you requested and it's been waiting for. So we're gonna go ahead and tell you how it all went down right now. But first, if you haven't seen our birth and delivery vlog, be sure to go ahead and catch it, and then you can come back to the birth and delivery story. I think it will all make sense when you watch the vlog first. But if you prefer to watch the story and then go to the vlog, no problem, go ahead and do so. Anyway, we are gonna kick off the birth story. Ready? All right, so if you're new to our channel, welcome, because we got a few new subscribers and we are at 11,000 subscribers. So thank you guys, we finally hit 11,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome to all the new subs that we got. All right, so I was induced and I didn't go into labor all by myself. If you guys are new to our channel, then you guys wouldn't know exactly how it all began. But on July 10, 2019, we got up early. We had a 7 a.m. appointment.
But I think let's talk first about this thing in terms of Tyler was induced. And like I think every doctor, they say, okay, she was due on July 10, so it's like in June the doctor say, okay, what we're gonna do on July 10, we have the possibilities of to push it back, say, okay, you want to come naturally, but we say we don't want suspense.
To wait too long.
It was like this for Tyler. We push it back for 5 days, and they make you come on the day, they make you come 2 days after, they make you come 2 days after. Oh, so this time we say, okay, let's be done.
Just
if it comes before, it comes before. If it don't comes, we have an appointment.
Right.
So this day we went to the hospital.
7 a.m. appointment.
We knew that it would be
a long day
because.
But first, we left home early, packed the car, everything. First thing we had to do was drop Tyler off at Jen, our friend Jen that kept him for the time that we would be at the hospital. So we dropped Tyler off, and of course when we were dropping off Ty, I deliberately didn't go upstairs with babe because I know I would cry when I'm dropping him off. So I stayed downstairs and sent them upstairs. Then we went to the hospital, reached on time for our appointment, and I was so hungry. I didn't eat that morning before I leave out, but we carry food. We had pizza the night before, so I had packed the pizza because I knew what to expect in terms of if we were running behind time, then I knew I had something to go. So we carried pizza and we had warming at Jen because Jen lived just close to the hospital. Get to the hospital and reached to the maternity ward. Rang the maternity ward doorbell, and they took forever to come out. Like about 30 minutes we were waiting.
Yeah, about 30, because they were changing shifts. So I think like the doctor gave us an appointment at 7 because they knew that they would change shift at 8. So he wanted us like to be ready for the new shift and not to have two different
doctors. Nurses.
So I think that was a nice decision, but yes, maybe it should just have give us an appointment at 7:30 and not 7.
But anyway, I took that opportunity that they took along to let us in to eat my pizza, and I'm happy I did, because babe ended up had to eat after they let us in, because babe didn't eat either. So they finally let us in, and the first step was monitoring me to see if baby was doing well and if mama was doing well. So they took us to a room, changed my clothes while they sent babe to do paperwork. They sent me to do
paperwork just for
insurance.
Like
okay,
you
for
make
entrance.
everything's ready for the room, to set up the room and all of these things.
Right.
So, and because it was a lot of birth delivery
on that day, a lot of delivery.
And at the moment, I mean, like it was 3-4 at the moment in the same time.
That morning.
So that's
Hold
why.
on. I think also that's why they had took a time to come and let us into.
Yeah. Plus monitoring. I mean, when they put her on monitoring for like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. They could have put her only for 30 minutes or 1 hour or less. But they're just controlling while they were delivering other babies. So
right. So
I
was on monitoring, and they monitor me like baby for about 2 hours.
About 2 hours and a half, because it was until 10:30. I remember.
Well, babe, have the time down pat. And then after monitoring, I had walked, right?
No.
I'd walked to another room.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't pushed on a bed. I walked to another room.
They say that they are ready to
start the inducing process.
Start the inducing, but there's two different techniques. Either they put the gel or like they put like
IV in your hand.
Right. So it depends how you are. We say open. How you are dilated. So they control. And because she was dilated just a little bit, they say 1.5 centimeters, something like this. So they say they can't put the IV. So they only they're starting with the gel.
Right.
And they say like let's see how it's gonna be in 2 hours.
Right. So I was supposed to have the gel for 2 hours.
For 2 hours, and they say like some people after they put the gel, like I remember my sister, it takes 20 hours
after the gel
to have baby. So yeah, they wanted to see and to do a control for after 2 hours, and they say okay, let's put on the gel. We're gonna see in 2 hours. You will go upstairs, you will walk, you will eat and do all of these things. So that was the first plan, gel for 2 hours.
Okay, so when I got the gel is just in like a syringe. She just inserted it. I didn't even feel anything when she was inserting it. It didn't hurt, nothing. And like about 30 minutes after she inserted the gel, I start feeling contraction, serious contraction, until I said to babe, don't tell me that this gel really started working already. Just 30 minutes after, and she said 2 hours. But I literally start feeling them, and then it really start coming and coming and coming and coming. I'm like, babe, this gel is really working.
Yeah,
right?
I remember I have to push your back of things to help you.
When I was feeling, I don't cut you, when I was feeling the contraction, what helped was babe pushing his thumb in my back when I'm feeling the contraction, and that gives me a lot of release. It helped me so much, so that was good.
So that was the plan for 2 hours. No, but at the point like about an hour and a half, 30, I say okay, let's just go eat, because I didn't eat all morning and I was so hungry, and I just say okay, it just remained like 30 minutes, let's just go eat, so you come back on time for them. And
this was that when you were going to leave to have lunch,
right? So I left, I have lunch, and when I come back, it was nobody in the hall, and I hear the girl talking like, where are
my
all
machine
of the...
was beeping.
Yeah, but I didn't hear that, and it was the girl, not the midwife, but somebody asked for the midwife, and they said they're all in
My room.
in the room number 4, and I said, huh? Baby's in the room number 4. And then I hear the girl like
whispering
like she didn't want me to hear, because I was just beside, and I just hurry, put on the blouse, put on everything, went in the room, and that's when I saw her with 2 midwives, oxygen mask, and I don't know what happened.
When babe left, my monitor was beeping, but normally when my monitor is beeping, it's always nothing serious, but and I know that they can hear it. So when my monitor started beeping, I didn't bother to press the call to call them, because I know that they could hear it. So the monitor kept beeping for a while, and it didn't beep for too long until I see both of them rush coming in and give me oxygen mask and put something in my hand that she keeps saying that it's for safety. If she have to rush me to do an emergency C-section, she'll be prepared. But at the moment, Sarah's heartbeat was falling, and it was nothing to worry about. I try not to get emotional at this point. I tried to be strong, but I was a little bit worried.
So when I came, I didn't see the processor. She was already with the
they did it
with
fast,
the things.
fast.
They say that is like say for safety, and she had a big, they say she had a big contraction.
Yes, Sarah hated the contractions.
That Sarah didn't like it, and she make us know that she didn't like it.
Each time I have a contraction, she would react.
This one was very hard, because usually you go until 40 and drop to 0, and this one went up to 80, so it was
a big contraction. It was a big one. She hated every bit of it.
So because of the oxygen, because of this, they changed the plan. They say no more going up, you're gonna stay here until the end,
because I was supposed to go and walk and eat,
so
and
no
because of her drop heartbeat, no walk. So they kept me, and it's a good thing that they kept me, because the dilating speed up so fast that when she checked me at this time, I was how much centimeter?
2. At first you were just, when they check you were just like 2,
and when she checked me the second time, I was at 5,
and 4 the second time. So at first you didn't
5.
No,
honey.
you were at 4.
4?
Yes. So you were just at 2 after the check.
Then 4.
Then after like an hour, they like to control every an hour and a half. You were at 4. It was about 2 p.m. You were at 4. And then you started to talk about epidural.
The epidural, right.
So
I didn't want to take my epidural early. I wanted to wait as long as possible, like close to 7 centimeters, because of my experience with Tyler. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, with Tyler, when I took the epidural, it paused my dilating, whichever word is the correct one. It makes me pause for a few hours that they were contemplating C-section, but then it moved, and it wasn't a good experience at all.
So for this time, I see her, she wanted to keep it, but the way that the midwife was talking, she was more encouraging, like, okay, the decision is yours.
Right.
But from her experience, she say it's not gonna make you pausing. You already have a good amount of contraction. If we have to because they didn't even put the IV on you. So they say if we need to make the contraction higher, we also can make it higher. We didn't break the water, so
And she said before she break the water, I must take the epidural first. So it doesn't matter how long I wait, she cannot break my water until I take it.
So she was saying, like, she was encouraging more to take it now.
But at the end of the day, she still says the decision was mine.
Right.
And because she's so nice, she's so professional, she's so confident in everything that she's done for the entire time that we have been there, I said, you know what, let me take her advice and take the epidural right now. So they sent babe away, and because he couldn't be in the room when I was taking it, and
I went to eat
to full him gut without me.
Yeah, I don't remember, maybe a little sandwich only. Oh yeah, I don't remember, a little sandwich now for lunch. Get her
apple juice.
Apple juice.
And the apple juice helped.
That was the only thing they say you can bring her is apple juice. So I went out, come back in, and yeah, the process was on. The
epidural gave me such release. Oh gosh.
And then when they check on her, she was like 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters, so she got 1 centimeter.
Right.
I don't know if it was just after or just before, she broke the water naturally.
Yeah, just after I got the epidural.
Just after, so before
just
you have the 5 centimeters.
Something went block. And I'm like, I've never experienced that feeling before, babe. I think my water just broke. Go call the lady, let she come check, and babe, you check to see if my water break. So babe peek under there and said, yes honey, I think your water break. And then one of the midwife came in and said, yes, my water break. So I got the water breaking experience on my own, so she didn't have to break it for me. Yeah,
that's what happened. So I think it's just after she came, she checked, and it was 5 centimeters this time. So
and after the water broke, the process, the dilating start moving faster.
But you didn't feel really anything
because the epidural worked
magic. So I think it came like 2 hours.
About 2 hours after she came back to check.
After that, and then maybe less than 2 hours, and then she came back and she checked. And she looked at you and she said,
you're 10 centimeters. You're ready to push. Let me go and call your doctor. I'm like, yes. At this point, I don't know if you guys see the vlog where I was high-fiving babe. I'm like, yes, babe, high five. I'm ready to push. I've never been so excited to push her out. And my doctor came so fast because his office is not too far away. By the time she told me that she was gonna call him, and by the time she came back in the room, they came together and was like, oh my gosh. And at this point, babe had just set up the camera and walked away from it. And they walked in, so he set up the camera, perfect timing to catch the vlog. So yeah, the process of pushing began, and 1 push, 2 push, 3 push.
Between the time then when the doctor entered in the room and when it was time to take the baby in your hand, maybe like 10 minutes, no more. It was very fast.
Who is that behind Papa's head? Who is that? Come here. Hey, look who we have here. Say hello, babes.
Hello, babes.
So yeah, that was the time.
Mama, what you was doing?
We're talking to the face.
So that was the time, the 2-3 push, and then the
push, and she was out. I couldn't believe
you remember
that.
what they tell you?
Yes, he said, do you recognize her?
No,
and
before that, when like, are you ready to give me your hand?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they said something like either give me your hand or take her. It's like only a little bit of her.
Not yet. Is at the last part he said that when her head was out and she was looking at me, he said to me, do you recognize her? And I just burst out in tears and start crying. And he said, take your baby, here's your big baby, take her. And I just hold my hand and pull her out, and that was magic because I didn't get to do that with Ty, and that was a really nice experience. Yes, Ty? I got to pull her up, and that was everything, and I just bawled. I was crying and laughing at the same time because it was such a happy moment. And then it comes to Babe get to cut the cord. And Babe cut the cord and something happened.
I wasn't feeling good. Maybe I didn't eat much, or I don't know. I wasn't feeling good. Maybe I saw things that I shouldn't have seen.
Maybe you did.
Tyler,
don't do that.
So yeah,
at one point,
I was starting not to feel good all the process.
Right.
I felt like
woozy.
Oh yeah.
And at one point when my midwife was checking me, he saw what Babe said he saw? Mary. The Virgin Mary. Maybe they saw the Virgin Mary.
That's an expression.
I know.
So yeah, I didn't feel good, and I just stand
You stood
as long
strong
as I could.
Right.
I stayed beside her, and when the doctor turned to me and he said like I have to cut the cord, I cut it, and then I said, my job is done. I asked to go sit.
And the doctor
tell me no, go lay. That will be easier.
Right.
But yeah, my job is done. I stopped because if I stay up longer, oh, I started to feel like, ooh.
And I could see that he wasn't doing well after. I was looking at his face and I'm like, Babe doesn't look as excited and as happy. I'm like, something's not right. And before I even say that, he was gone. But then he recovered in no time.
Yeah, because I
gave him a cheer.
I was like, I wasn't that bad. I could have stayed longer, but I will have to
did the right thing.
Take a risk.
You did the right
so when I start to feel like, okay, and you know, it's like when you run, for example, when you start to feel so tired and like the need to stop, you stop, and then when you stop, I went just at the right moment. I went to lay down and just to feel better for like 5 minutes while the doctor finishing their things, and yeah, that was the end.
And here in France, well, at this hospital at least, when Sarah came out, the process was they didn't like take the mucus out the mouth and the nose and all that. They have her on me for 2 hours, and I had to stay like that for 2 hours, and then they
wanted the mom to bond with the baby first. They don't want it to
just
the baby
and away and
take her just out of the stomach and take her, and they just like put the control on her in terms of they I don't know how they patch her, or they do things to have her heartbeat, to have her breathing, to have all of these things to control that everything is fine. And yeah, they put her in Babe's stomach, so they know from distance by the monitor that everything is fine with her, and they just wanted like her to relax, to rest with Sarah in her stomach for 2 hours
on my stomach. Right, so they did that for 2 hours, and after the 2 hours, the 2 hours went by so fast. It was all a blur to me, really. I don't remember what happened
that was so long for
that 2 hours. I don't remember if I fell asleep. I don't remember if I was just staring at her. I honestly,
you're talking to all of your friends, I'm sure.
I was talking to my family on the phone, yes, and my friends sending messages and pictures, and
that was so long for me.
After she was born, I didn't even feel like I gave birth. I felt so strong. I felt energized. I felt happy. But then in that night, when the epidural wear off, it all hit me real good. But all in all, she came out healthy. She came out fine. Birth went fast. 3 pushes and she was out. And we have our princess.
She did a little cry.
Yeah. And I got a little tear, which I ended up had to get stitches for, which is still healing right now, and my entire body is still healing. But We're doing good. Sarah is doing well. I am doing well. Baby's taking care of the entire farm. Yeah, so that was basically our labor and delivery story. Everything went good, and all the praises go to Almighty. It could have turned out differently, but it didn't, so we are happy. So once again, if you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below. We love you guys, and thanks you guys for 11k subscribers. And my baby here, my big baby, is hungry. So I'm gonna give him lunch right now, but first let me show you the princess one more time sleeping. And I'm gonna put her down. There she is. There she is. There she is. Look at that face. Who she look like? She look like mama, or she look like papa? Or she look like brother?
She look like me.
Come, put your face beside her. Let's see. Ooh. Who she look like? You?
Me? Yes or no?
Yes, she look like Tyler.
She look like me, not Papa.
Okay. All right, give her a kissy. Mwah. Mwah. All right, you guys, we're out.
Here is your baby, your big baby. Big one.
She's out? Yes, she's.
Hello, mommy.
Oh, cry, mama, cry.
Oh, yes?
She has time. She has 1 minute.
Come on, catch. Your baby. Yeah.
Oh my
Great.
God.